Hey, sorry to be a nag, but you have to vote tomorrow. You can't sit this one out. Gaining control of Congress is the only feasible way that we can mitigate the insane damage that Donald Trump and the Republican Party, hand in hand, are doing to our country. I mean, just look at part of this insane racist ad that Trump has put out, attempting to drum up fears in the country in the hopes that hatred will once again be the GOP's path to victory.
Break up soon, and I'll kill more.
Jesus, it's just fear-mongering at its worst. Latinos are bad, they're invaders, and they're coming to murder your family instead of save theirs from political genocide and extreme poverty, which is the reality. And on top of the Republicans' disgusting tactics, there are a ton of actual progressives on the ballot, not just milquetoast, uninspiring Democrats funded by corporate donors. 170 federal candidates are running on zero corporate PAC money. You can show the Democratic Party that true progressives are able to win all across the country, on top of stopping Trump and the Republicans from taking a wrecking ball to our nation. Every single vote counts because the only way Republicans win is if there is low turnout. Seriously, that's why they're trying to suppress the vote all across the country by making it harder for minorities to vote, closing polling stations, and implementing racist voter ID laws. They're counting on fewer non-Republicans voting because they know the legislation they're pushing is not what the American people want. Republicans want to repeal the Affordable Care Act, which is just getting more popular, and many Democrats are now pushing for Medicare for All, an even more popular and expansive healthcare proposal. The Republicans' plan that they tried to push last year and could possibly again had a 12% approval rating. Democrats are killing Republicans in the healthcare ideological battle, and that's one of the American people's top priorities. Let's keep going. Marijuana legalization, 62% of Americans want that. Net neutrality, a whopping 83% are on the Democrat side. Stricter gun laws, 61% of Americans support that. Immigration, that polling favors the Democrats too. And how about that Republican tax plan? The tax plan from the guys who say they are fiscally conservative. You know, the one that will add over $1 trillion to the deficit and disproportionately benefit their rich donors? Yeah, around 76% of Americans want to tax the rich more heavily. On every major policy issue, the Democrats are way more in line with what the American people want. So why are they perpetual losers? Why do they keep losing electorally to awful individuals like Donald Trump and Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell? Well, because especially in the past, they've tried to play the same game as Republicans, take corporate PAC money and big donor money and try to meekly push incremental change. It's a losing strategy, and it doesn't encourage or inspire anyone to vote. But as I said before, the kind of Democrat who is running this year is changing. We have true fighters running on the Democratic ticket, like progressive leader Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Beto O'Rourke facing the insufferable Ted Cruz in Texas, J.D. Scholten challenging literal white supremacist Steve King in Iowa, Amar Kampa-Najjar battling Duncan Hunter, who is literally under investigation right now, James Thompson in Kansas, Ayanna Pressley in Massachusetts, Randy Bryce in Wisconsin, Adrian Bell in Texas, Sarah Smith in Washington, Jess King in Pennsylvania, and the list goes on and on. You have to vote, but you don't just have to vote because of fear of Trump. Yes, that's a very real reason to vote, and it's important that everyone does. But you also have to vote because there are truly inspiring candidates running this year. Candidates who could change your lives and your children's lives and your parents' lives with policies that the American people really want. Vote against Trump, yes, but also vote for change.
On the go? Don't worry, we got you covered. You can still listen to TYT at our new podcast network. Find us on Apple Podcasts, the Google Play Store, or at tyt.com/podcast.